And we are live. Good morning, Crypto Warriors, and welcome back to the Gentlemen of Crypto, episode 492. Today is Monday, October 21st, and I'm King.
And I'm Bitcoin Zay, and we're here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community Monday through Friday at 10-ish.
With a big water bottle right next to your head.
Oh,
right
yeah.
there.
Got to stay hydrated, people.
There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Today's top stories: Fortnite meets Bitcoin Lightning Network in new Light Night video game. Bitmain launches world's largest Bitcoin mining facility in Texas. UNICEF fund manager cryptocurrency could revolutionize humanitarian aid. And last but not least, Bitcoin IRA to launch interest-earning crypto accounts next month. But first, let's go ahead and take a look at those prices. What's going on with this price alert?
Oh, yeah. So a few people were excited this morning. Woke up and saw the prices go green for Bitcoin. Bitcoin is now at $8,199, up 1% today. Ethereum at $173, down 1%. XRP at 29 cents, still going sideways, down 0.5%. Bcash at $230 is up 3%. Litecoin is at $54, down 1%, and EOS at $291 is down 1% as well. So a mixture of green and red. Like we said before, a lot of sideways movement. This is accumulation time, so you won't see much big movements up or down, just small movements and trying to shake out weak hands. So that's what we're seeing right now.
If it's anything like the last few years, we'll see a very small buildup going into Thanksgiving, a big sell-off, a bigger buildup going into Christmas, and possibly a bigger sell-off or continuing to hold, depending on if people are going to wait around for the halvening.
Oh, yeah.
Still plenty of time this year for that price to do some moves. We'll see what happens next.
Absolutely.
All right, what's going on, Shannon Allen? Mr. Gibson Sr., PFC Wills, New Legacy. Hello, hello.
Oh, yeah.
All right, top story of the day. Fortnite meets Bitcoin Lightning Network in new Light Night video game.
What up?
That's right. Bitcoin-enabled games startup Satoshi Games announced the development of a Fortnite-like game with built-in Lightning Network microtransactions dubbed Light Night on October 19th. It's pretty cool. What's this game going to be about? How does this work?
Well, per the announcement, all in-game interactions between players will trigger a monetary reward. So, in very simple words, if you shoot somebody, you earn Bitcoin. If you get shot, you lose Bitcoin. So there is an incentive for you to be good at it and to actually reward players who are good at video games and good at Fortnite in particular. Furthermore, some in-game items have a Bitcoin value, can be picked up from other players who have died. They also they allow players to store purchase items with fiat money or Bitcoin microtransactions. So one of the things we're seeing is the marriage of microtransactions and video games. That's happening. That's not even a question. We're seeing that with microtransactions in music. That's going to take a little longer just because it's not as child-based. But video games and Bitcoin or cryptocurrency are definitely here to stay, and it's good to see with a popular game that this is available. So Light Night sounds pretty fun. I'll check it out.
This game is also, as it says here, will have a Bitcoin enabled and a Bitcoin less mode, an attempt to appeal to a broader audience. With non-Bitcoin users can play the mode with no Bitcoin features, and they'll eventually get attracted by the enhanced interactivity allowed by the Bitcoin integration and start experimenting with this technology. That's their hopes. But the one thing I will say about all these games, no one likes dying in video games. If you're gonna lose Bitcoin and you can gain Bitcoin, that would be very interesting to see how it works. The only thing I'll have to caution against is the hackers out there.
Yeah.
They figure out how to hack almost every video game out there. I mean, Fortnite, I think, sued a kid for $100,000 for trying to hack into their game because it's becoming serious with esports now. Hacking is the digital version of steroid taking. So, they want to make sure they're not doing that. And my only thing is, if you're going to have Bitcoin coming and going, people are going to try to somehow get into that game. So,
you know it.
But it looks pretty cool. If it comes out, I definitely want to try to play it as well.
Oh, yeah.
All you got to do is shoot and get some Bitcoin really quick. I mean, I know what I can do for the next 3 days here, right?
Oh, yeah.
What's going on, Tessa Hall? Here we go. All right. Bitmain launches world's largest Bitcoin mining facility in Texas. Yeah, that's right. Got that son bitch up and rolling.
Yeah, we getting it done in Texas.
Right. Chinese cryptocurrency hardware manufacturer Bitmain has opened what it claims is the world's largest facility for Bitcoin mining in Rockdale, Texas. That's right. A news release published on October 21st, Bitmain revealed the project had been completed together with the Rockdale Municipal Development District and Canadian technology firm DMG Blockchain Solutions. Of course, they're saying that, hey, this is not only good for Texas, but for the local economy as well, which they're hoping to boost. But even more importantly is the size of this mining facility was able to do. Can you give some specs on that?
Oh, yeah, definitely. They have currently developed to a 25 megawatt capacity with a 50 megawatt facility remaining under construction. They have a 33,000 acre site, and they can expand to over 300 megawatts. So that is what you call scaling. They already have the plans in place, and it's owned by the Aluminum Company of America. If you know anything about commodities, if you have a warehouse where you have aluminum or copper or something that's made, those are some of the biggest facilities in the world and some of the best security, because that's how you get your soft drinks, that's how you get other things. Right. So both firms will work closely to establish the facility's on-ground team together, and in my opinion, with the local economy getting taxes from them or from their facility, it will impact the local economy. And what will happen is it'll be a rush of people trying to get Bitcoin miners or crypto miners in their city. Like in Wyoming, you see it out in all these country places that have no hope economically. They're like, oh yeah, come here. You have plenty of space. We have cheap electricity. Iceland, some of these places, and the local economy benefits. So this is huge for Bitmain.
Yeah, speaking of the local economy, Bitmain, and of course this is what they're saying, it remains to be seen, but they also plan to launch educational programs and training on blockchain technology and mining data center operations together with the Rockdale School District. So again, something else where we can see an entire industry just form overnight if they implement this program, where now you got kids graduating high school with a understanding of blockchain technology and mining data center operations, like exactly, just so they can have a job. Because if this is going to be such a big mining facility, they're going to continue to grow. As you can see, they're ready to scale. No company wants to spend money on flying people in to work for them. So I'm sure they say, hey, we don't plan on expanding to another 4 to 6 years. By that time, if we actually do something with the school district, we can have graduating seniors from high school, graduating seniors from college, or just people who need vocational job training in the area that can just come here and learn this stuff for the next few years. And then by the time we need them, they're like just ready to go right in. So, I mean, that's a part of scaling as well.
Oh, yeah. Build that pipeline.
Right, build that pipeline. I think we'll see that in many places as well. It says here, Bitmain said it expected to create 400 local jobs in the first 2 years, quoting their $500 million as total planned investment into the economy over an initial period of 7 years. So we'll see what happens with that. It's going to be pretty cool to see. New industry, and of course, I'm sure they're going to get some pushback from somewhere in the state. So I'm sure other states will look at that to see how they go about handling that.
Oh, yeah. Can't wait to see it. And I know for a fact that pipeline they're building with education will work, because I've seen it in Raleigh. Cisco used to go to all the high schools, and they used to have employees go from high school to NC State or to Carolina, then straight to Cisco right after that. So they literally can build a pipeline with a big enough company. Bitmain's big enough, so it should be good for that area in Texas.
Hugging the Blockchain says, Texas a good location for mining? I would say yes. For one, especially if they include solar or anything. If you want to include solar power, I mean, Texas, you just got sun, no clouds type of deal. But not only that, plenty of space, cheap electricity. I've never even heard of Rockdale, so I'm assuming the electricity is super cheap there.
Oh, yeah.
But
I'm sure they did their homework.
Right, I'm sure they did their homework. But I would say just off the first glance, Texas seems like a great place to have a huge mining facility. And again, you remember, you don't want, I mean, the only issue with the tech is mining in Texas is cooling everything, of course, right? You definitely want to cool it. But as far as location and isolation, again, I've never even heard of Rockdale. So I'm not sure who around the United States are going to be knocking on that door. You got to remember, for mining facilities, you do want to have some type of isolation, which is probably why Wyoming is a notable spot too. So people not just pulling up trying to hack into the servers, right? You definitely don't want that to happen. So obscure location in Texas, I think is pretty cool. But again, we'll have to see how the heating and cooling goes for that, because I'm sure that's going to cost a ton of money.
Oh, yeah. And this is further proof that if you are in Bitcoin, or if you've heard about Bitcoin, that it's not going anywhere, people. Right. People are not building $500 million facilities for an asset that's going away maybe one day. Trust me.
Yeah. What's going on, Sergeant Crypto? Just chilling. Blockchain Shuja. Just chilling said, quick question. How safe is a ledger in the future? Say the company goes bankrupt, or can the company ever hack the customers? They are supposedly not able to hack their own customers. That's how most hardware wallets make it so that only you have the keys to it, which is why if you lose those keys, you're also SOL. That's out of luck for sure. So my thoughts are yes. Any other thoughts on Ledger?
Yeah, you're supposed to be able to keep your own private keys. They should not be able to hack you from internally, and they shouldn't have a database with your information. So yeah, you should be good. But if they go bankrupt, it shouldn't affect the actual ledger that you have. Just won't be able to buy any more in the future.
Yeah. All right, UNICEF is back in the news. UNICEF fund manager says cryptocurrency could revolutionize humanitarian aid. All right, UNICEF, what is going on over here, and why this big announcement?
Oh yeah, so one of the biggest problems they say is when disaster strikes, the swift delivery of aid often plays a massive role in preventing disease, exposure, and the pause in the delivery of essential services. So if you've ever seen one of these big hurricanes come through, or fire, or some natural disaster, one of the problems is it takes too long to get supplies there because money has to be moved, which can take days or way too long. Then the people who receive the money have to bring the supplies, which the money part of it should be the quickest part. If you have to drive 1,000 trucks to somewhere to deliver stuff, okay, it takes time, or fly it in. But the money part shouldn't take a long time. So here it says the abysmal response in Puerto Rico after Hurricane Maria pummeled the island in 2017, but that serves as a perfect example.
And like those Trump fadeaways.
Shooting fadeaway paper towels.
Out there like, what time we leave again? All right, let me get about 30 more minutes and I'm gone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. And one of the best parts about crypto is that when the money is sent there, it's sent directly to somebody. It's instant. You can take that and you can spend it. UNICEF actually stated, under the structure of the UNICEF Cryptocurrency Fund, contributions will be held in their cryptocurrency of contribution and granted out in the same cryptocurrency. So they're literally moving towards just a pure crypto donation space for just crypto outside of their other work. And I mean, UNICEF, some people have problems with them, whatever, but they are one of the biggest, if not the biggest, children's fund in the world. So that is one way for adoption to happen. If people are donating crypto, if they realize this can actually help people, you can actually see where the money's going now, because I know a lot of people donate to Red Cross or some other people, and they're like, I don't know where my money went. With crypto, you can see where it went, you can see what they spent it on, and you should be able to see the end result. So this is great to hear from them that they're definitely innovative for the next 5 to 10 years to include crypto.
And it looks like the UNICEF national committees, I'm not sure if we said it as well, so just in case people are like, what is UNICEF? Again, that's the United Nations Children's Fund. But, you know, they kind of do an interview with them here in this Cointelegraph article. You want to check it out. They said it has been reduced or lightly edited for brevity and clarity. But, you know, they're basically asking them, how did they get involved? Here's Cointelegraph. Could you explain why UNICEF decided to partner with the Ethereum Foundation? They said we had a number of conversations with leading foundations and partners in the space. It was clear that the Ethereum Foundation is closely aligned with the objectives of our fund. They're focusing on the developing solutions on public blockchains, and that was our key to partnership and finding common ground. So I think it's cool that they are aiming to use public blockchains.
Yeah.
Of course, they're asking about the anonymity and contributions to the fund, and they're saying that, hey, all contributions are following that know your customer diligence process, as well as being able to be accepted by the UNICEF national committees in France, Australia, New Zealand, and the United States already. So this is something you can already go toward. And again, they asked, as Bitcoins they covered, are you going to keep crypto in crypto? They say yes, going to any, as they even call it fiat. They call it government-backed currencies.
Yeah.
That is what I'm talking about, especially when you're talking about just volunteer work, humanitarian aid, things that help people. The government doesn't need to touch it. They don't need to know nothing about it. This is supposed to go out to, you know, water or the paper towels the president was tossing out, tissue. This is what that's for. So that's pretty cool to see as well.
Oh yeah.
They asked him about the volatility. Again, this is a whole in-depth article. It's definitely worth checking out if you have any questions on how crypto and humanitarian aid could work hand in hand.
Oh yeah, yeah, we've seen that definitely. We give Bitcoin. We've seen Bitcoin for 501c3s. We've seen Bitcoin for charitable donations. All of that. So this is definitely something that UNICEF is going to use in the future. Once again, people, it's not going anywhere, man. People are just building infrastructure.
There we go. All right, last but certainly not least, Bitcoin IRA to launch interest-earning crypto accounts next month. We talked about this a little bit with some different companies. It looks like Bitcoin IRA has partnered with digital asset lending firm Genesis Capital to offer investors the opportunity to earn interest on cryptocurrency and cash holdings on both. Wow. An October 21st press release in none other than Los Angeles-based Bitcoin IRA has provided digital asset individual retirement account solutions since 2016 and has processed over $350 million and invested and onboarded over 4,000 clients, according to this Cointelegraph article.
Oh, yeah.
And Genesis Capital, which is a spinoff of over-the-counter crypto broker Genesis Global Trading, has reportedly now lent in excess $2.3 billion in cumulative originations and reported a 75% upturn in crypto cash and loans in Q2 2019. Again, this is what's being reported by Cointelegraph. I haven't checked these numbers. Who knows? But that 2.3 billion. All right, stop inflating. But in general, their whole goal and their whole shtick is to be able to give you cryptocurrency in return or as a interest earning account with your regular accounts. Is that right?
Oh, yeah. Well, basically, if you put Bitcoin into Bitcoin IRA, you can borrow against that amount, use that as collateral, and you can actually get cash loan, which is available with other companies. However, this one seems more secure because you are planning for your IRA to last for a number of years. Other solutions, Celsius Network, DeFi, there's a few different decentralized finance places that allow you to use your crypto as collateral to get a cash loan. So for those of you who want to, like us, bridge the gap for now, one of the best things you can do is if you have cryptocurrency and the value of it does increase over time, and you put it up as collateral, you could get possibly a loan for a house, a loan for a car. And these things do not require you to walk into a bank and present yourself as some whatever. Please give me money. It's just, do you have crypto? Cool. Here's your loan. And that takes away a barrier of entry for millions of people and also for people looking to have an IRA. So when you talk to your grandparents and they talk about, hey, yeah, you talk about Bitcoin all the time, you could suggest Bitcoin IRA, even though I would suggest just buy Bitcoin and hold it yourself. But they are collaborating with BitGo, who is very good at cold storage and with multi-signature wallets, so that they can have more protection and nobody can break in. So BitGo is a good partner to have. And Bitcoin IRA has been around for a while. I've told people about it before. Didn't tell anybody to use it because I didn't use it myself, because the point of an IRA is to hold an asset until you retire and then you get it from there. But Bitcoin, you can just buy it and hold it. But this gives you, this gives you the option to get cash loans on top of that. So as far as bridging the gap, that's what people know. They know how to get loans, or they know about that process. So shout out to them for allowing this process to happen and presenting this product, because a lot of people ask about retirement with Bitcoin. I'm like, just buy it and hold it. But this is a great way to actually get a step ahead of everybody else if you have crypto now.
Right. And it also looks like the first interest earning accounts will reportedly be rolled out in November to a limited number of participants on a first come, first served basis. According to the firm, annual interest rates will vary based on the given credit or based on the given coin and the term length, with finalized details of the program to be announced in the future. So it looks like it's going to be a term, individual basis, person by person basis. But again, it's cool that they're even offering it, and you can play around with this if you like it. This might be the big thing. If companies pick this up, we'll give you however much Satoshis for every Bitcoin that you have or Bitcoin that you buy while you're with us through our channels type of deal. So we'll see.
And I mean, one estimate is like Celsius Network. When I talk to their people, they would say, for example, if you have $5,000 worth of crypto, you would probably get a $2,500 cash loan. Basically, that would give them that would avert their risk to an extent, and also to the price of that cryptocurrency couldn't drop below a certain point, or it would default, but that price would be something like $1,000, which of course is probably not going that far down. So it's a pretty good bet. You have a 3-month loan for $2,500. You know what I mean? That's pretty good just for staking your crypto. And as soon as you pay it back, you get your crypto back. You don't actually have to keep it with them if you don't. And it also earns interest while you keep it there. So decentralized finance is coming. Bitcoin IRA is stepping up to the plate.
PFC Wells, we're going on track, said UNICEF is looking to make another version of central banking for NGO. All that money in disaster relief is big money. I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. We decided to stay positive on it because people are like, you guys are too realistic sometimes.
Yeah. Because people create hurricanes. You know how they go.
No, that's kind of like, is it the WTO? No, it's not the WTO. Whatever one of the main world organizations out there to handle all the humanitarian stuff right now. That's like U.S. based. I can't think of the name off the top of my head. But yeah, I mean, that's basically what it is too. They take a bunch of people's taxpayer monies in America, and then they ship it out to other countries basically through all their different shell companies. And at the end of the day, all the wealthy people keep their money.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't doubt if UNICEF is one of those double-edged things where it's like, hey, we're helping people as humanitarian aid, but if you're a billionaire and you need to throw some dollars down the drain this way too, we know how to make sure that comes right back to you in your country of choice.
Hey man, even Nino Brown handed out turkeys.
You know,
yeah, that's
so
what I'm saying. Hey, you can make $1 million and then give back 10,000. Yeah, that's sort of how the game goes.
It's one of those things where it's the game right now, and we're just looking for these base hits. Let's get this mass adoption going because the system is not a lot of fighting in right now. Look, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
What's going on? Tiffany from New York, and last one, just chilling said, Zay, I take the future Bitcoin would be like your home equity like today, as banks would give holders any loans.
Yes, that's what decentralized finance is sort of built on. However, there will be less people, I think, that take out loans if there is some sort of crash in the economy we have now. Because decentralized finance is basically taking what we have, applying it to crypto to bridge that gap. But at some point, you want to be able to say, hey, I don't need loans for anything because the price of stuff should be priced in Bitcoin. But that's down the road, maybe 10, 15 years.
Right. All right, we'll see. Other than that, that is the show for the day. Again, have a happy Monday. Make sure you smash that like and share. And, of course, we'll be updating that podcast today, so check those out as well. And we will see you all tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Cheers.